Hello, boys and girls, it's time for a line battle. Etc, etc, he says. Anyway, so, let me tell you about the teams. Now, oh look, there's a cannon. So, surprisingly enough, the 77Y are on the Russian side. Now, in there they have the 6TS with them. And on the opposing side, you have the 75th, the 8th Royal, the 2nd SG, and I think that's pretty much it. So, this is the line battle as we speak. And Fluffy Frogs, great name by the way, Mr. Frogs, has taken out Sniper already. So, poor old Sniper has been well and truly unceremoniously dumped from the special needs artillery bus that is the 77Y artillery section. So, for those of you who've seen my videos before, you know what these guys are like. So, there's the commanding officer. Obviously, we use the word commanding in its broadest, most unrecognisable sense. So, anyway, there's a Mr. Turtle. Anyway, let's follow the lines. Oh, look, there's a Brad Apple in there as well. And there's a Sergeant Ollie, another line moving up. And here, of course, are the skirmishers, led by their esteemed leader, Sniper Man. This man is deadly accurate with a rifle. Mr. Scruff and Cadet Romeo. Oh, Gamer! Oh, Gamer taking a bullet already. There we go. Gamer's taken down very quickly. And you can see now fire coming in from the 77Y Predator with a nice kill onto RFM Ramsey. So you can now see the 75th here. There, looks like the commanding officer. There's Scotty on fire. Picks up one of the available rifles. Oh, heavens above! Oh, nice. Skywalker with a fantastic shot into a conga line of cadets who unfortunately were standing in a line directly facing the cannon. And that's pretty much what happens. So Parts fortunately replies with the 2nd SG. And yeah, apparently you got sky-fingered apparently. So you can now see as the skirmishers are pushing back against the 75th. You've also got this line over here, moving over on the left-hand flank of the 77Y, the 8th Royal, under Colonel Fenny. And you've also got this fine collection of troops here, the 75th, firing from deep within a bush. And who doesn't want to be there? Panos the Pyro being taken down by the 8th Royal. Rickamaroo as well, and Cadet Kibez. And Johnny Fireboy also in trouble there, being shot down. So now we're looking at Sergeant Andre face down, or about to be face down in the bush. Private Muff Fisting. Wow. Names and a half, boys. Oh, fire coming in here to the 8th Royal. The line is starting to break a little bit. They're having to back off. And now you've got another line of the 77Y moving up. So you can see here 77 Crazy Fish and Salt all moving in. And the skirmishers pretty much caught in the middle. And who's this? This looks to me, it is the 75th, of course, the Prussian cavalry, looking fine, resplendent, and extremely deadly even. That's kind of like a combination, it's a combination of dodgy and deadly. It's known as deadly. So here is regular Christensen, who's dealing with a member of the 77Y. A skeleton K9 taking a little bit of a saber slice. And that was, who was that? Who was that? That was Ollie looking at this guy from 10 feet away with his spyglass. So, fortunately for the 77Y, they managed to beat off those evil, evil horsemen. And they're now over on the far side, or they've moved off to other locations. However, the 8th Royal moving up, getting set up for the line. There we go, the fire coming in. Oh, Walmsley, Salt, Bros, and Crazy Fish all being taken down. And Cadet Matt dodging left and right to try and avoid those bullets. So, fantastic play there from the 8th Royal, moving out on an outflanking manoeuvre. However, they have left themselves open to the skirmishers. Well, not like Strelane, who unfortunately snuffed it. Punishment being taken down now. It looks like now the skirmishers are deciding to move back. You've also got the light infantry also going to be looking to move back at some point soon. So there we go. The light infantry supporting the skirmishers, adding additional fire. And we are now moving in to see what's going on. CSM Grumpy. Colour Sergeant Major Grumpy from the 75th. And he looks like a real miserable sod. Oh, random horse, galloping, drive-by horse. And it looks like the 75th Cavalry have gone in against the 77Y again. So you can see now lots of stabby goodness coming in. There's Textilin being taken down. And there we go. There's Hero Corey being shot by Scotty on fire. Oh, look at this. What's this? There's a commanding officer there. And it's Gaz. So now, obviously, yeah. Okay, let's not focus on him because, as you guys well aware, the tendency for people to die when I focus on them with observer mode camera is quite common. So now we're looking at Trooper Miller from the 75th Cavalry. He's in there trying to do a little bit of... Oh, no, he's not doing anything as he gets taken down with Marksman, the quick one, which just goes to show you that the Marksman and Skirmishers can use a bayonet when they need to. So, you're looking at Corporal Ryan leading his line over to one side. You've got Sergeant Andre, Marksman Requiem being taken down. Parts taken down, Venard and Funny. Ultimate Me, unfortunately, taking a headshot from one of the 75th. And let's see if we can find out what's going on. So we've got two sections moving over to the right-hand side. Looks like they're being pursued, possibly by the 75th Cavalry and the 8th Royal. Yeah, so there's the 75th there. The 8th Royal following up. Dash Bryce leading those on. This guy obviously, whoops, dropping his sword. Taking his sword. No, picking up his gun. And he is away. So there's Aurelian moving on. And now it looks like they're moving around. And it looks like the Skirmishers and the Lights here. There's Ernie. Oh, CSM Grumpy's taken down. Now Sergeant Andre pauses. He turns his line and he fires into the 8th Royal and the 75th. Oh, the fire is devastating. The 8th Royal stopping to fire and then going in for a bit of bayonet-y fun as poor old Nipples is taken down. Oh, the Nipples get no love. And now we're watching Brandona and Aurelia moving in. And in comes Gaz as well. So you can see here that Ardor fighting off multiple members. There's Andre in there as well. And there's Gaz bashing down his own people. And in comes, there's Midgarder. Oh, commanding officer versus commanding officer. Colonel Super versus Lieutenant Gaz. Let's see who shall win the battle. He's going to go in for the commanding officer. Let's see, is he going to go for it? And the quick one manages to kill a cadet, which, obviously, you know, it's... These things happen. These things happen. Oh, nice block there on the rifle. Oh, on the sword. And there's Gaz in there getting in and dirty. As we now see Cadet Rami and PFC Patton. And they're now dealing with this fellow, Shrek, who seems to be fighting back with extremely long hair. And is doing a good job. Doing a good job. Nice turn! Oh, beautiful turn into Patton. And then finally Shrek was taken down by Ollie. And we're now looking at the engineering rubberized one, who is in the process of building the Fort of Retardedness, which is generally what we would call the safety fort of the artillery section of the 77Y. So, Engineer Rubber is on the case. The Skeleton K9. And these guys are in the process of trying to defend against a multiple push from multiple directions. Let's look at the numbers. 30 versus 21. So, the Prussians definitely have the advantage. We're just waiting to see what happens. There appears to be Scotty on fire. Here we go. These are the skirmishers. The Jaegers moving up. Powder Puff as well. Camp Confusion just got taken down by a bayonet. And we'll wait and see what happens. There goes the quick one. And now we're looking in here. Let's see what's going on as there is a push onto the artillery position. And Auriculus manages to kill Guybrush. And here's Viva 0002 and Skywalker. Oh, nice stab there. Nice stab into Auriculus. Murray's been taken down. Parts has been taken down. Oh, and then unfortunately, I think that was Midgarder being taken apart with Charlie the Turtle replying with nice bayonet skills. So Charlie the Turtle. So, yeah. That's a bit of a statement. Bit of a statement from one of the guys is that this week's cadets are damn good, which is always a good thing to... Oh no, Gaz's horse is down. Gaz's horse is down, as you can see now. So now Charlie the Turtle. Oh, nice block. Gaz gets shot. Oh, Bangalore. Poor old Jazz. Oh, Gaz taken down quickly as usual. So, now they're going after what appears to be. So there's 4 Russians remaining. Including Scotty. Oh, no, he's a... Oh, there we go. Charlie the Turtle with a magnificent bayonet stab onto the enemy general. And looks like people are falling left, right and centre. Dreadnought just got taken down by Scruff. Scruff's in there doing his thing. There we go. There's Captain Scruff, leader of the skirmishers. This is going to be interesting to see what he decides to do. And he looks like he's going to go after the other skirmishers. He recognises a threat when he sees them. He also knows that they don't have rifles, so they can't fight back. Look out, Scruff. Oh, nice stab by this. Nice stab by Scruff. Oh, Charlie the Turtle gets taken down. This man is the last man standing. Scruff has it all to do. Oh, he gets a sword in the back and finally gets taken down by Powder Puff. So, Scruff doing his best to fight back. And we are on to the next round, boys and girls. And so, after a first win for the Prussians, not the Russians, we are now looking at an interesting situation. 92 versus 101. And now, the Russians have it all to do. So, there is Count Confusion. Bringing the cannon into position. Attention! This horse is reversing. And we are now watching Lieutenant Gamer leading his line. Radwell, Raffi, Tommy Lee, Knox, Predator, Incapable 180, Father Jack, of course, Scott Shroom, Ronnie, Riki, and another Riki. Oh, Mad Andy at the back. So, good stuff indeed. There's also Auriculus there, in as one of the guards. There, of course, the fine commanding officer of the artillery section of 77Y. So, you've also got Lieutenant Murray in there with a spyglass, as you can see. He's checking things out, looking for where the Prussians are going to place their artillery. Speaking of artillery placements, Zaib loading up. Parts moving in. And here, the 75th Cavalry. Look at these fine fellows, looking resplendent with their crests and their armour. Well, not so much armour as uniforms, so fantastic stuff here. Fine men. And now moving around, you can see here the commanding officer, Colonel Super. And over here, another line making their way over. So, Scotty on fire. Moving over. And so he's moving into a position where he could maybe strike the enemy. A little bit of an ambush, possibly. Because bear in mind, the enemy's there, right in the centre of the screen. So, we're watching Scotty on fire. And you can see the regular troops here. Acid. One of the cavalrymen has already lost his horse. Poor old Trooper Crisp there. Yeah. So you can see the 75th now. Getting themselves ready. You've also got the commanding officer, who is somewhat... seems to be run somewhat against trees, as you can see. So you can see them now. Here's the line of skirmishers. You can see them slowly sneaking up. Let's see if we can lock in. Now here is the Ulan. 6TS Ulan. Fine fellows, lancers. And Oberleutnant Saint. I guess that's how it's pronounced. My apologies if I'm wrong. Here's Jelger, Cornboy himself, completing his torpedo hat. At the rear of the line being led by Andre, complete with pipe. And Franz Mais being taken down. Gamer. Fluffy Frogs has just killed one of his teammates, which is always good to see. And there's Corporal Riki at the end, and you can now see, oh, there you go, you can see the artillery right in the centre of the screen, taking pot shots at these two lines of 77Y. who are moving out on the right-hand side, supported by the cavalry. Oh, Scotty on fire, taken down by Count Confusion. Oh, fantastic shot onto those guys who are pushing up on the right-hand side. So that's, you got Count fingered. Yeah, okay. Okay. So we'll just have to wait and see. There's Colonel Fenny from the 8th Royal. In with the fine fellows from the 8th. Menoir. Doc. Private Dwarf. Kieran. Heist. Gamer. And Dash Bryce. So the cavalry from the 75th are sniffing around the area, waiting for an opportunity. We're now watching the skirmishers, who appear to be led by Clown UK. Now, Riki, unfortunately, been taken down, because the Fluffy Frog's doing his thing. Let's see if we can go and find the frog. What's Mr. Fluffy is up to. Now, here you have the 2nd SG. You can see them. Oh, shot from Hammerstout, Marksman Hammerstout. There's Major Johns as well, so it looks like they've been taken down numbers. You can see the lines of 77Y on the far side. And this is good. Head Chef Skywalker, as you can see. I have to say, he's a good cannoneer for a chef. So, that was quite interesting. That was Gaz, actually, literally, right over the hill, looking at these guys. And I don't think they actually noticed. No, there we go. They've noticed. They're looking at him. Looks like they're going to take a pot shot at Gaz. Gaz has now had to make a run for it. And these fine fellows from the 2nd SG will continue to fire back at the enemy. As now the lines move up, you can see them breaking out into a wire as a cannonball takes out Sergeant Ollie. And now, let's see. That would be the cannon position of the Prussians. So you can see the 77Y moving down the edge of the map, making their way over to try and deal. Oh, God. Another engineer with too much spare time and too many build points. So as you can see, probably the least well-designed fort I've ever seen. Got to be a bugger to get up there. Sergeant Bradders gets a shot in the face by the cannonball. And now we're watching as members here of the 75th and the 75th line moving up. And it looks like the 77Y are having to move out. Oh, a few members of the 77Y. Jelja gets taken out. Rostafari also taken down. But fortunately, you can see here the skirmishers providing a little bit of extra fire cover as that line infantry is now moving out as the cannonball comes in, taking down Midgarder and Cadet Saunders. And then Hero Corey gets taken down by Fluffy Frogs. This is nasty. Now let's have a look over the side of this hill. Let's see what's going on. Could this be the other cannon position? No, this is the 2nd SG about to run into a world of hurts. Courtesy of Corporal Ryan, the late Corporal Ryan. Apparently Brad kidnapped the cadet line. So, just can't be trusted. So, there we go. These things happen. And there we go. You can now see this is the cadet line coming under a little bit of fire. There's Andre and Ultimate Me in there as well. And Grenadier October and Gimcat being taken down. So now they're moving up onto the cannon point. Ow. No, this is nasty. This is nasty. Now you can see here there's Grenadier October being taken down. Andre being taken out as well. Major John's in there as well from the 2nd SG. Doing a fantastic job. He's also trying to fight against cavalrymen at the same time. So let's watch John's. Who's he up against? That's Ultimate Me. So John's and Ultimate Me having a battle, and now he's got one of his friends in there to assist him. Ultimate Me doing his best to try and fight back as best he can. He's obviously going to have a hard time against two of them. Oh, turning, stabbing going on here. Oh, there we go. Gets a nice stab into him. Cadet Niels there, who was trying to help his commanding officer. And now it's Ultimate Me versus commanding officer here for the 2nd. There we go. So the 2nd SG are successful in that attack, so to speak. Now, you have the 75th moving up to the artillery point. You also have the other 75th line moving up as well. And now you can see them moving up. Whoops-a-daisy. Yep, I think he's supposed to be... Yep. Get back in your line, boy. So you can see them now moving up into a line. And these fellows here. Who's this guy in the middle? Oh, it's one of the Ulan gentlemen from 6TS, Crixus, unfortunately taken down. And there's more fire coming in from Cadet Mad Andy and Cadet Predator over here. All that seems to be of the light section. Oh, Lance Corporal Heiss being taken down. And now you can see Fenny leading in with the 8th Royals, pushing these light infantry even harder. Bit of fire going on. There we go. 2 fires into Mad Andy and Predator. The charge now begins. They're coming in after these guys. The likes of Raffi and so on and so forth. So you can now see Venoir having a battle with Raffi. There goes Tommy Lee being taken down. And here... Oh, there we go. That's Lieutenant Gamer taken down and Cadet Raffi. So that's those sections taken down entirely. Let's look at numbers. 16 versus 57. This is not good for the 77Y. So, the skirmishers for the Prussians. Teaming up with the line infantry and the cavalry. Let's see if we can find out what's going on with the 77Y. Parts. Waiting for the inevitable attack. Also, Charlie the Turtle. Thomas. A man on a random horse, one of the cavalrymen remaining. There's Lieutenant Murray. There's Count Confusion. Slayer Boy. Auriculus. And of course, the defensive fort. Sniper in there. Doomfinger. Marksman Siri. And of course the rubberized engineer. Oh, Colonel Super taken down by Lotano. Fantastic cannon shot. With a wow by Colonel Super. Yeah, it just doesn't get much better than that, really. Oh, dear. Here he is, the man himself. Head Chef Skywalker. Look at that. This is the face of a killer. A mass murderer. Oh, good God. And this is the face of an engineer who needs to work on his designs. Ah, there we go. That was the commanding officer who was unfortunately dead. So you can see here, he managed to catch a cannonball that was meant for the cannon. So, don't even want to know what's going on. What Bombardier Encrypt is doing. But never mind. So now. Oh, there's Fluffy Frogs. Madam Fluffy Frogs, no that. And now we are waiting for the inevitable. 16 versus 55. It's going to get messy. Look at this fort. Yeah, bad playing there. So there's Thomas, and you can see these guys. These guys are building for a defensive... Oh dear. They're not building for anything, unfortunately, as Murray is taken out. Officer aiming. And Doomfinger obviously was very sympathetic to his plight and decided to pick up his spyglass. So now you can see the lines coming in. Let's look on the left side. Nothing as of yet. Oh, Fluffy Frogs! Whoops-a-daisy, with a nice kill onto 2 members of the 75th. Aha! 2 members of the 75th appearing from over the top of the hill. Here comes the Swedish man. And Trajano moving in. And now parts and the defensive structure. There's Auriculus outside defending. Better look to your left, Auriculus. Look to your left. Okay, don't then. So now this is the defensive structure. There we go. Sticky rubber has blocked them in. Oh dear, to the Alamo. This is the final confrontation. The final end. Oh look, one of the horses managed to get in. Oh no, it's all gone horribly wrong. It's a complete cluster. Oh my goodness, this is... Oh, so many team kills, so many mass murders. Oh dear. And an explosive box from Cadet Marksman Siri finishes them off. Fantastic. That's the kind of round you want to see an end to. Let's move on to the next one. And so, we're on to the next round. Round 3. 2 rounds victorious for the Prussians. And let's go and see the Prussians. Cadet Perker or Perican. There's Cannoneer Vulcan. Big Smoke. Dr. Fuar Cabela. There's Private Engine. And Recruit Slovank. So now you see the troops move out, the skirmishers. And Count Confusion takes out one of the enemy already. Look at that. Oh no, that was the engineer. Second Lieutenant Holdings did not get a chance to finish his fort. So the fort will be no more for the Prussians. And these fine troopers are now moving out. Under the support of the artillery fire and the cavalry. So there's Bombardier and Crypt. There is, of course, look at those cannonballs just bouncing right in front. Look at that aim. Oh my goodness. Just right on the cannons. It'd be interesting to see for future games if actual cannons could be taken out in the same way that they can in Napoleon Total War. That would be quite interesting. So, technically speaking, you could break the cannon, which would be interesting, because that would kind of be realistic. Would be interesting. I mean, these are just options we can consider, as cannonballs bounce over the top of the enemy's heads. There's these guys from the 75th and the 2nd SG, Dionysus. And more fire coming in, so now you can see 77Y skirmishers working with a line belonging to Belgium. There's Captain Scruff going in for a hopeful pistol shot, I have to say, rather hopeful. And now we're looking at the skirmishers moving in to work with the line, the 75th line. Over the other side, of course. Oh, Radwell taken down by Fluffy Frogs. And now there's Marksman Textilim. And the quick one. And there's Dropkick. So, just waiting really for the first major engagement. It's just kind of, well, that certainly helps. That certainly helped. So you can see the cannon fire that came down and took out multiple members of the 2nd SG. And now we're looking at another Captain Brathers with an amazing face. So you can see them getting into the skirmish going on here. And at the same time as the skirmishers and the lights come into trouble, out comes the cavalry. As you can see here, absolutely brutal. And the trouble is you've also now got another line moving up on the far left-hand side to provide extra firepower. There's Andre moving around the back. There's Lieutenant Gaz, this time not on a horse. Oh, Knox taking down poor old Cadet Rolly. And you've also got Cadet the Imp about to be Cadet the Corpse. That's proven. So here we go. There's Oberleutnant Saint trying to deal with everything that's going on, as now the skirmishers and the light infantry appear through the bushes to attack the 77Y lines. Now look at that, Midgarder being taken down. This is an absolute cluster. So now you've got troops moving up on the right hand side. These guys are going to have to move back. They're probably in a very bad position. There we go, Gelja pulling the boys back, getting out of the way. Cadet Romeo trying to get out of trouble as well. And you can see here fire coming in from this line as well. Private V. Lee of the 75th. And there we go, looks at that. Poor old Fluffles is taken down. from the 75th, Trooper Fluffle. There's Gaz, failing to kill anyone. And there's, of course, Cadet Brad Apple. And we can see now Marksman the Quick One. And these guys here with, of course, the super accurate Pistol Meister himself, Captain Scruff, now moving forward very carefully. As you can see, one of the few members of the line that is remaining. There's Private Scout from the 8th Royal. Now also trying to deal with Cavalrymen. And that was Blackblade, taken down from the Ulan. And now the skirmishers are moving in. So Predator and Father Jack taken down by Skywalker. And there's Dropkick. And more fire. Goodness me, this is just brutal, brutal battle going on in this wooded area. You've also got these guys over here. So here are the Lights. Lieutenant Gamer and Light Knox and Sergeant Ollie coming in from an opposite direction and outflanking their enemy, the 8th Royal. Likes of this fella here, Private Shrek, who's going to have to start making a run for it. And Count Confusion takes down Head Chef Skywalker. So obviously didn't approve of the food. So never mind. As we're watching Casey lead the 88 back. There appears to be a random horse in the middle. Now, as we fly over here to find out what's going on behind this rock. There must be something. There is, of course, the 2nd SG with Musician Lawrence and Dr. Fewer and Regular Man Slovenk supporting the 75th Artillery Section. Big Smoke and Fluffy Frogs and Vulcan. And so this is a section of the Prussians. Mitchie moving out, looking for an opportunity to ambush the 77Y and friends, with, of course, Colour Sergeant Major Grumpy at the helm. And we now move over to the 77Y. Over here you can see Muffisting being taken down by Ollie, and Q-Bez being taken down by Fluffy Frogs. Heard that splat in the background, as now the 77Y are moving up. You can see skirmishers over there on the right hand side, line on the left. Standard outflanking manoeuvre here being performed by 77Y. Bunch up the middle. Let's see. Are these Jaegers? No, they are in fact the standard skirmishers. So now these guys are going to run round and run into this lot. Here we go. It's all happening now. Fire coming in from the 77Y, taking down multiple members of the 75th. That's the line pretty much decimated. Now they're going to come into trouble because they're being attacked from the rear and also from the other side. There we go. Oh, they're not paying attention. Another stab, and Incapable with a nice team kill onto the Quick One. Who's this poor sod? Annoyance Jacob is no longer an annoyance. So now there's Scott Shroom in there from the Lights. Now the line is moving up towards the artillery section. 20 versus 50. This is definitely a better round for the 77Y, although not necessarily for Scott Shroom. So, oh, Gaz is taken down. Gaz gets killed. So leading his troops into battle. And now, and there we go, a little bit of a little bit of stabby goodness occurring. So let's see what's going on. Who remains? The 75th, the 8th Royal, and the 2nd SG. So there's recent team killer Skeleton Canine. There, of course, is Mr. Parts. There's a turtle. And you can see the 2nd SG trying to make a push here, along with Sergeant Major Johns. With, oh, there we go, Slayer Boy being taken down. It looks like they're going to retreat into the big Fort O defense. So you can see the Fort O defense complete with suicide boxes being placed by Sticky Rubber. Not being placed by Sticky Rubber anymore. So now you can see, there we go, they're stabbing in. Are they going to try and go for the explosive boxes as their final act? As you can see in here, Lieutenant Murray, there we go. Let's see what's going on as now. Let's see if we can get back in there. Charlie the Turtle taken down. There we go. Doomfinger. The Doomfinger himself. Looking to go in there and dig somebody out. Giving him a good spading. So Doomfinger looking to deal with the enemy. Thomas is taken down. Doomfinger is last man in this area. But fortunately the troops arrived to support. Now Doomfinger is defending himself with a spade. Doing a good job thus far. Trying to delay it until there we go. Look at that. Part saving him. And now Doomfinger moving back and picking up unavailable bits and pieces so that he can go back to his cannon duties. So now you've got Hammerstadt moving in. Mad Andy going after nothing at all except a bayonet stab to the gizzards. And now you've got Fluffy Frogs. Oh, nice stab into Scruff there, straight into poor old Scruff's head. Keflo 5 gets taken down as well. As you can see, mass amounts of stabbing going on. Oh, Scruff is taken down by Captain Luke. And now Corporal Luke doing his best to defend himself. And a nice team kill and a boot in there as well. And there we go. He's taken down by Zaib. And now we wait and see who remains. Cadet Perocum and Cannoneer Vulcan. So Perocum, get out of the bush. That's a argument that you don't often hear on the battlefield. Here we go. Perocum versus the army. The Russian army. There we go. Is he gonna try and dodge? Is he gonna dodge? If they'd all missed him, I would have laughed. So there we go, boys and girls, a win for the Russians. And I do believe we'll be going to a map change. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, we're back. And it is a new map, the desert. And, oh dear. Seems the battle didn't start so well for that fellow. So you can see here. Bit of random fifage. And as you can see, big smoke and everybody getting set up. So you can see the puffs of smoke coming from the Russian artillery on the far side. And now we move over and watch as the lines move up, using the cover of this hill to protect them from the 77Y artillery. However, it doesn't protect them from the 77Y marksmen. And these guys, as you can see, have been very aggressive, pushing up into the 77Y, as now you've got fire coming back from these guys. Oh, Grumpy pushing up very aggressively into the 75th there, trying to take out as many as possible. And that looks like, oh dear, the entire line of the 75th there taken down. That's not nice. Auriculus in. Let's see if we can get back to that battle. Now they've had to back off. The 75th over to the rear here. Let's see. That's the 8th Royal. In with the 75th. Skirmishes. And here is the 2nd SG. Fighting bravely against the onslaught of the Russian hordes. You can see, oh, fire coming in. Cadet Khan and friends making their way back. And there's Predator. Cadet Predator in as an NG, providing additional coverage for the 77Y to hide behind. So that's good play there by Predator. So good choice. And Cadet the Patriot Oh, cannonball. And that was the quick one, who was not as quick as he thought he was. So now, Scruff taken down. Oh, look at that. A cannonball exploded into the rock right in front of Marksman Requiem and Captain Scruff, taking him down. So poor old Scruff. And over here, obviously, we got... Oh, look, Encrypt again. Encrypt with fantastic fire from the cannon, taking down Patriot, Predator, and Tommy Lee. So as you can see, the numbers being slowly whittled down here on the 77Y. They've got to be careful because that's where the cannonballs are coming from. And you can see here the 77Y, Georgia and friends. Look, there we go. There's one of the cannonballs bouncing across the front. And Lieutenant Gaz is taken down. So Gaz is no more. As you can see, a collection of dozy-doing going on here. There's Katiara, or Kataria, being taken out. And let's see who this person is over here. Sergeant Robin, dealing with 377Y. And the cavalryman. Doing a good job so far. Oh, takes down Andre with a stab to the hip. Takes down Frala 3 as well. Frala 8, I should say. So, oh, goes in for a quick side stab maybe. Let's see. Oh, gets blocked by his enemy. Look at this. This is good stuff. This is good melee going on here. And a little bit of bullet fire as well to dodge. Okay. Oh, look, another block. And Sergeant Robin. Oh, Roger taking down Romeo. A nice sideways stab. And now let's see what's going on. As these could take a while as we've got a Lancer moving in. Yeah, now you've got multiple Lancers moving in on poor old Sergeant Robin. So let's see. Oh, it gets blocked. And now... this could be unfortunate for Sergeant Robin. There we go. Robin with a good play there. Fantastic play. So, oh my goodness. It's an attack on the 77 Fort Derp. The 77Y are defending Fort Derp from the attack of the cavalry from the Prussians. So you can see here, haven't had much chance to build Fort Derp completely. Dirty Morth gets taken down. So does Thomas. Doomfinger also chopped into fishbait. Here's Charlie the Turtle trying to defend himself against the enemy. You can see he's doing his best, blocking those attacks. Oh, there we go. Charlie the Turtle gets taken down, and Crixus also then gets team killed. And that is parts finally taken down, and that is the artillery section of the 77Y, and Fort Derp has been commandeered. So, 28 versus 38. It's looking good for the Prussians compared to the Russians. Private Engine taking a bullet. Rainbow Vein and Ollie taking some shots from the cannon fire. He seems to be Mad Andy. There's Rolly 97, Father Jack, Mad Andy. There's Knox also in there as well. You can see these guys here. Cadet Cubez, Cadet Rami, Patton. Oh, Matt gets taken down as Corporal Ryan is moving his line in. Oh, a little bit of... oh, dear. A little bit of fire coming in. As Ryan is taken down. Same time as Cadet Khan. So, poor old Ryan. And there's Bombardier and Crypt trying to deal with the push from the Russians. You've got this line up here on the right-hand side. The 75th. And there goes Cadet Bros. Last remaining of that line. We're now looking at 18 Russians against 35, so double the numbers. PFC Patton dodging left, right and centre. Cadet Red Leader being taken down by Rolly. There's Pinky being killed. And you can now see... uh-oh, here come the cavalry on this remaining line. This is not going to be nice. Let's see what they decide to do. There we go. Encourage it all over the place. Roberto taken down. Marks Ranger taking down Miller, only then to die to the sabre of Luca. There's Cubez who surrendered. Jumping over the swords as people are trying to kill him. Yeah, oh dear. And no surrendering for Cubes. Oh dear. So very unfortunate there for the 77Y. What remains of them is now been finished off. And now you can see the Prussians having won that first round as Brad Apple, Mad Andy, Smoke Trail and Rolly get taken down. And we're on to the next round. The final round, in fact. And we watch as the Prussian cavalry gets set up. Corporal Shocker from the 8th Royal. Look at these fine fellows. Don't they look wonderful? Private Scout. Private Shadow. Juicy Mangoes. Private Denoir. Well, precisely. So, the Russians. Sergeant Ollie, in as an engineer. So he's probably going to hammer people to death. And there's Lieutenant Gamer, catcher of bullets. The Uhlans moving out. Dirty Morph and Sticky Rubber setting up a defensive fort. So this is the man you see with a recent face change, which is a shame. I actually liked the previous face he had. But never mind. These things happen. So now you can see here's Corporal Thomas, commanding officer of the 77Y Cavalry, or Artillery. Well, it ended with a re. So that's good enough for me. Now, who's these two up here? There's Guybrush and Auriculus currently getting their rocks off. And it looks like Charlie the Turtle wants to join them, but unfortunately can't. Cadet the Patriot looks to be guarding the artillery. And down goes Gaz. Less than 3 minutes into the battle. And Gaz is dead. Wow. Just that you just can't teach skill like that. Look at that bouncing cannonball through the sand. Wow. Oh, boat saint. Ban the cannonball. The cannonball's OP. Private Romanov on the end of the line. And here, oh, look at this. Oh, this is nice. A defensive cadet fort. Oh, fantastic. Sergeant Ollie, look at that. This is going to be interesting. I cannot wait to see this. And Cadet Predator also in there. This is a new strategy I've never seen done by the 77Y. It will be interesting to see what happens. Now, what's he doing out there? Oh, that's Georgia. He's probably escaped his leash again. And, you know, well, the thing is, you see, is you've got to make a decision. Do you have like a penned up Georgia, or do you want a free range Georgia? Now, obviously, the free range Georgia is better because obviously it's allowed to roam free. But the penned up one, you just have more control over. So, you know, how you breed your Georgias is entirely up to you. Free range or battery Georgias. You know, easier to control. So, here is Lieutenant Gamer waiting to catch a cannonball, as indeed his friend Gaz has already done. You also got this guy here, Cadet Brad Apple, doing a bit of scouting, sniffing around the area, looking for the enemy. Now, we look over the hill, and we see nothing. Except, possibly, over on the left-hand side. Now, what could this be? This could be the skirmishers and additional line. So it's Corporal Ryan with line troops and skirmishers waiting in a potential ambush position. Now, if you look up high, you have a line hiding behind a hill on the left. You have a central point, meaning come to us. So, get them to push into that point. These guys jump, attack, and away we go. But it's whether or not you actually get them to come to you. This is the tricky part. Red leader. And Corporal Agent. Working with the 75th. Waiting for the moment. For the attack. And look at this. Oh, Sergeant Second Storm, or Soldat Second Storm taken down. And now you can see the line moving over from the right hand side there. We are now watching the second SG getting set up and waiting. Their commanding officer, Colonel Cabela, taking pot shots at the enemy. Now, this is what you call... This is going to be interesting. Two people taking pistol pot shots at each other. This is what you call a defensive line. Holy crap, look at this. This is pretty impressive. So, let's see. And smoke trail is taken out. So here we go. Yep, Gamer's running for it. Gamer's running for it. The enemy are after him. The cavalry are blocking his way, but they will move out of the way. And we shall move into the attack on Fort Gamer. Let's call it Fort Gamer. Or Fort Morth. I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. Fort Morth. Fort Derp. Nah, call it Fort Derp. Fort Derp is always a good one. So you can see now the fire coming to these guys. Cannonballs bouncing nearby them. You can see a few of their numbers being taken down, but they're using the hill to their advantage, which is good play. Smart, sensible play. So here you see little ease of access to get into and out of Fort Derp. And as these guys wait. Now obviously Cadet Raff not making a huge amount of the cover available. But you know, you can't teach these cadets anything. And so, the thing is, these guys here, they know they're up against a fort. There's nothing to benefit them moving forward at the moment. Now, it could be that you're going to have these guys force the issue. Have the Lancers attack from one side, forcing them to either scatter their numbers or push forward. You could conceivably move them round the back here and try and keep their attention on the rear at the same time as you have a line attack. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So who's this person out of the fort? It's Lieutenant Gamer, of course. And there's a Sergeant Ollie. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that's painful. There we go. Here comes the charge. Here comes the charge of the 2nd SG. Fine men, one and all. Into battle. Oh, stopping the fire. Oh, taking huge amounts of fire coming in from the 77Y. But Fraller, 8 and Gimcat still managed to snuff it. Oh, looks like the fort is under attack. Fort Derp is being attacked now. So there's a gamer in there as well. And Rolly, unfortunately, came under a little bit of stabby goodness. And now the fort has been breached. And now you've got additional... And there we go, a little bit of team killing. And now the fort has been breached. These guys are going to be coming in trouble because they're all stuck in one position. The disadvantage of a fort. And then once an enemy gets in there, loads of stabby goodness and loads of other stuff like that. And team killing. And so you've got Kieran in there pushing the guys out. These guys are trying to defend themselves as best they can. You've got Strelane up there. And you've also got in Tommy Lee as well. And you've got an engineer. Oh, there we go. Nice stab by Tommy Lee. Another nice double stab by Tommy Lee. And it looks like they're trying to defend that fort. And Parts takes down 2 members of the cavalry at the same time as the 8th Royal is being attacked by the Uhlans. So let's see if we can find out what's going on with those guys. Let's see. There we go. That's one of the sections of the cavalry. Here we go. Here's the 75th Regulars having a few problems. Someone shot him and then the bloody horse charged him. Brilliant. Yeah, I've been run down by a runaway horse before. It's kind of slightly funny. So now you can see the 77Y line. Ah, oink from the 75th. And now we're looking to see what's going on as Colonel Finney is taken down. And now we're looking at 44 versus 51. And now Fort Derp remains intact. Here we go. Just to stop horses jumping in. A little bit of additional spikiness. And Captain Scruff taken down by Natov from the 75th. And so there's Fort Derp. And here is Fort Derp 2, or the artillery derp. So sticky rubber obviously in there. So you can see it's a nice multi-stage fort here. So you can see the entry and egress here into what I suppose is where the hot tub will go, above the main bedroom. So a little spacious bijou apartment. As Corporal Ryden gets stabbed to death by Lawrence Jacob. So you can see these 2 guys here, or these sections of guys there. Let's see. There's Clown UK, Trooper Lewis, the cavalry, still quite a force to be reckoned with here. You can see the Prussian cavalry still have not been dealt with. But they still have a significant number of people. 39 versus 46. And we just have to wait and see what they decide to do. You can see here the skirmishes for the 77Y. Spread out as Gamer takes a bullet from Dreadnought. More fire coming in onto the likes of Textilium. And you've got Sergeant Andre leading what remains of a line. PFC Ernie and Ultimate Me. Those guys are all getting set up. What's this over here? Private Shadow. From the 8th Royal. Not sure where he's going. The 8th Royal over here. So, Private Shadow, unfortunately. Out of position. May have lost his line. Sergeant Andre holding onto his line. And there we go. There's Private Shadow. Correction. There has been slayed Private Shadow for being out of position. Ramboing, as I think it is. So, let's see. So, yeah. Oh, poor old Gaz getting a bit of grief. So, there's Sergeant Andre. So, oh no, Oink has been taken down. Poor old Oink is no more. So, let's see. What's the point? I haven't seen Derposaurus this evening. Oh, shots! I've not seen Derposaurus this evening, which is a shame. So, it's Trooper Arctic, the cavalry, doing their best to finish off the remaining members of the Russians. And no doubt doing a good job. Oh, look at that. Oh, double stab. Good. Oh, look at that. Token with a... Oh, Token going nuts. Taking down multiple horses until Crixus finally slays him. So here's Dirty Morph. So here is the artillery. So crypt. Out goes the cannon. Auriculus hiding in Fort Derp 2. This bijou apartment as created by the rubberized one. Engineer rubber, I should say. Dirty Morph. And of course, engineer rubber. Oh, Zaib taken down. Oh, dearie me. Oh, look. There's a Fluffles. There's an ex-Fluffles. And now there's a Parts who picked up his saber. So he's got a nice long cavalry saber to have fun with. Which he's going to try and pick the nose of Grenadier October. So in there obviously is Lortano. Looking for an opportunity to kill people. And as you can see, Fort Dirt 1. Over here, still surviving. Look at that. For an anti-cavalry area. Look at that all the way around. But unfortunately, his masterpiece was not able to be completed. However, Predator is determined to continue. So you can see he's getting those spiked points up. Hammering. Hammering like a pro. This is what you get when you get a lot of spare time and too many build points. It's a dangerous, dangerous thing. I think it's the equivalent of sort of, you know, it's the Minecraft equivalent of Napoleonic Wars. Fort building. So let's see, numbers. 19 versus 25. Now, this will be interesting because... Oh, look, suicide boxes. Look at that, they've even written in Russian. So, the 75th. Waiting. Fort Dirt 1, Dirt 2. Oh, look at this. I thought it was actually going to be a triple decker, but no, it's only in fact a double decker house. So there's Lieutenant Murray, Geldem, and Guybrush. So let's have a look. There's Parts holding on to that cavalry saber still. Ooh. Oh, explosive boxes. There's Dirty Morph in there. And the ex-Dirty Morph. Uh-oh. Are they going to set off the... Oh, no. Predator's taken down. This is not good. Father Jack also. There go the boxes. And there goes Tommy Lee. Oh, dear. It's only a shame you can't bury those under the ground, but never mind. Oh, there we go. Scotty on fire is determined to end the fort. So there we go. Nice big explosion in the centre. And Fort Derp 2 is now dead. Or Fort Derp 1, I should say. However, Derp 2, or Derp 1, or... Oh dear. Private Engine is no more. And now we have a lovely selection of Prussians. Can Lotano get the cannon round in time? He can't. He has to cheese it. Oh, poor Lotano is going to cheese it. Watch out. No, Lotano's behind. Watch out behind you. Too late. So Lotano, fortunately, look into Fort Dirt. And the defences are continuing. Who's this? Raffi gets taken down. Parts gets taken down. October going in for one stab. Block. Stab. 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 October going nuts. Going clutch. Charlie the Turtle taken down. Slayer Boy taken down. Oh, look at this a little bit. Oh, October going balmy. Look at this. This is fantastic stuff. October with a third kill, with a fourth kill, and with a fifth kill. Oh, wow, October. Holy crap! October going balmy and finally taken down by Nathan. Holy crap, October. That was fantastic. Oh, and there goes Thomas. Shot sideways in the side of the head. As now, this could be the explosive finish that they're waiting for. You can see here, fighting their way to get into Fort Derp. Look, stabbing from underneath. Look, you can see that. Look. Look, they're stabbing through the floor. Murray's just like, what? What's going on? What's happening? Now he's getting out of the way. And Bromerton taken down by Count Confusion. Oh, there's the late Thomas. Oh dear, looks like he took it roughly from behind. Poor Thomas. Grenadier Sticky Rubber. And now, I think Sticky Rubber, if he's going to die, he will die courtesy of one of those boxes. We'll have to wait and see. And so, there's the 75th. 5 versus 6. They're waiting for the inevitable. Corporal Nathan. Working with friends. Uh-oh. There we go. Nathan going in for a little bit of breaking into the fort. Nathan goes in for the stab into the fort. And now he's got some angry cavalrymen, minus horses, to deal with. Oh, there we go. Marcel taken down by Nathan. And out comes the cavalrymen to try and attempt to kill these people. As you've also then got this fellow at the back here. Cadet Pericum. There goes Corporal Nathan. And Black Blade now taken down by Lilith. And more. He's just he's bricking himself in, literally. This is Sticky Rubber literally bricking himself in away from everyone. This is a man who has serious issues with dealing with people. I think it's social butterfly, I think is the term. So there's Lieutenant Murray. This is beyond ridiculous. So there's Lieutenant Murray. Or Lieutenant Murray, or whatever. So you see, look, there we go. He's going to shoot him in the bottom. And that's exactly what he does. But Murray needs to look out behind him for that reason. Somebody's going to get a rifle butt. And Encrypt takes him down. 1 remaining against 4. And this is it. Lilith going in. And taken down by Auriculus. And that, boys and girls, has been the game. We hope you've enjoyed watching that ridiculous fort battle. Completely silly. And we shall see you again next time.